Tony D and Little Joan somewhere in the background, and this is your Screenwriter's Rant on your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, the TV series from Marvel Animation. Is going to be on D+. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Excuse me. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 16. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. Um, so, the guy from Fandom Pulse, JDA, was talking about this comic. And he said it appears that Peter Parker is the only white guy in the series. And that appears to be true. They have apparently race swapped and gender swapped just about everybody in this cartoon around Peter Parker. This is Harry Osborn's replacement. I assume it's Harriet Osborn, a black empowered woman, I guess, who's his classmate. And this is the new Spider-Man costume. I think it's an early costume. I think he gets a new costume. January 29th, if you want to see this. And there's one of the new villains, I guess. He meets Norman Osborn, who's black. And this is the costume Norman builds for him. So we're going to see Norman Osborn as the mentor, I guess, for Spider-Man. I don't know why you would redesign the Spider-Man costume. I think that's a huge mistake. It's one of the most iconic things in comics. But this is Disney Plus. So, yeah. It's like... it's woke. It appears to be woke Spider-Man to me. I don't know why you would... And this is another villain, I guess. Can't you just do Spider-Man? I mean, seriously. Can't you just do Spider-Man? You own the rights of Spider-Man. Why do you have to do something that's near Spider-Man? Why do you have to race swap and gender swap the characters? It doesn't make any sense to me. If you need more diversity in the cartoon, and I don't see how that adds to the story necessarily, to change the already established characters, you could just add new characters. I mean, I don't think anybody would balk if they added a completely new love interest for Spider-Man that competed against MJ, or, another character who was on Flash's team, Flash Thompson's team, maybe. Another friend of Peter's. Like, why couldn't you just add new characters? Other villains who maybe are different races and genders. Like, why does it always have to be the old characters switched? It just seems mildly obsessive, Hollywood. But this is a D+ thing. I'm never going to watch it. I'm not buying D+. This feels like like a middle-aged, someone in their late 30s who thinks they're hip, trying to do something hip for the kids, trying to make we'll make Spider-Man more hip. Spider-Man's already a hit. Spider-Man has long been the most popular character in the Marvel Universe. Let me tell you what they used to do. If they launched a new series, a new comic series at Marvel, one of the things they would always do is have Spider-Man show up about issue 3 to boost the sales and keep them up in the air. Because the character's so popular, there are people who, in comic book stores, they would just buy anything with Spider-Man in it. We have these things in comic book stores. If you've ever been in one, people at Disney, they have something called reserves. So if you are a reserve customer, you might say to the store owner, I'd like to reserve comics when they come in. Oh, what would you like to order, sir? You might say something, I would like to order anything with Batman in it. And anything Batman related, they'll make sure you get a copy of it. Same thing with Spider-Man. There are plenty of customers, and I used to run a comic book store, who would say, anything Spider-Man appears in, I want a copy of. Now, these days, that can get a little pricey, but, back in the day, that's the way it worked. These days, people still like Spider-Man, even though they've done just about everything to him in the comics you can imagine that's woke as F. This feels like the latest, I don't know, humiliation. I mean, what is this? This isn't the Spider-Man costume. Why would you change it to this? What did you gain by changing his costume other than for people who aren't really into Spider-Man to look at it and go, oh, is that Spider-Man? Like, that's, I imagine, the reaction of somebody who's never seen Spider-Man, right? Maybe they kind of know of him, and then, oh yeah, I saw him in the movie, in a Marvel movie. Why is his costume different? As for fans of Spider-Man, they're going to look at it and go, oh, that's not the costume. What costume is that? Why is he in that costume? So you kind of lose the fans who already like Spider-Man. Not to mention the ones that are either going to notice all the race swapping you did and gender swapping for Harry of all people. And they're going to say to themselves, oh, great. They're going to make a bunch of changes. These aren't changes that are exciting. Like, if you changed it that Harry also got spider powers, well, that would be a major change. And that, I mean, I wouldn't do that, but that would be interesting at least. Changing Harry to a black woman, what does that get you exactly? It doesn't get you necessarily a black female audience. In fact, I would doubt it would get you any black female audience, because females tend not to be interested in comics, so they're not Spider-Man fans typically. And that just seems like the lowest form of pandering. Just, well, we'll have a black woman, and then black women will watch it. I'm an Italian man. I don't watch things just because Italians are in it. I watch stuff that I think looks good. Did you think that white people watched Spider-Man because Peter Parker was white? That had nothing to do with it. They like Spider-Man. That's it. He's got red hair in this. Do you think gingers watch Spider-Man? Oh, there's a ginger. Oh, I gotta watch it now. Like that. None of that in television has ever worked that way. Nobody of a particular race watches a show because the same race is in it. It's just not a factor. The only factor is the show any good? I don't say to myself, well, this is a black show, I can't watch it. I say, is it a good show? Period. That's it. It's the only metric. Now, for this, it doesn't look like a good show, because it doesn't look like Spider-Man. The animation looks kind of cheesy and cheap to me. Spider-Man's costume, even though this is an early version, I guess, looks dumb. And they're kind of I mean, like, who's this character? I guess it's supposed to be MJ, or is it Gwen Stacy, or is it another? Is it Flash Thompson? I don't know. And what is this design? This looks like some goth chick. Yeah, again, late 30s. That was 30 years ago. When you were 8. When you were 8, this was cool. 38-year-old who created this, I assume. This look, I don't know if that's cool. I don't think so. I don't think goth is in. It looks kind of gothy. Peter still looks like a dork. He comes off as a dork. Part of the deal was Peter was kind of isolated. He kind of got picked on. Was that another villain in the background I think I saw? He's going to be working at Oscorp? I don't know, man. Like, why keep using all these IPs and all the pieces of the IP if you're just going to keep changing them? all you're doing is moving the chess pieces. It's just Spider-Man in an alternate universe. So you alienate the old fans because they see things that are wrong in their perception. You don't really bring in any new fans. So who is this for? Someone who's never seen Spider-Man before. Okay, so you're starting at zero. Why not just do a new show? I mean, at that point, just make up a new character. Call him Platypus Man or whatever. I mean, you might as well. And then at least all this stuff wouldn't come off as like totally weird. So, okay. Here's Peter trying to be hip and cool. I assume all these women are lecturing him about pronouns or something. Like, what is this? I guess this is Disney now. Yeah. I wouldn't watch it because it's on Disney Plus, but every neighborhood needs a hero is the tagline. Sure. I guess. I mean, look at what happened to Star Wars, Disney. I think you're heading down the same path with the Marvel characters. Just saying. And that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan, somewhere in the house. Thanks for tuning in tonight. What's going on? More videos this week. New Year's is coming up. 2025 is upon us. Let it be a new year. And that's it. We'll see you